All right. Okay. So I was talking to Jason. And I said most of the time, people get jealous when we've experienced where one person has lost a lot of weight and the
Oh,
other person hasn't. So we know this firsthand. So, initially everything is fine, the relationship is fine, and then one person decides to, eat healthy for what it could be for health reasons, right? Or
right.
maybe they struggle
On a
with their
lifestyle
right,
change.
or they struggle with their self-esteem. And so they want to do something that makes themselves feel good. So to them, they start to lose weight. The weight starts to come off. They start to feel better about themselves. They start to love themselves. And now their mate is jealous because that person now is expressing a better them, right? And so now they are jealous. They still love the person because we often say, well, how can you be jealous of someone that you love? That's most of the time the person that you're jealous of.
True.
Because you once shared this commonality, right? This bond,
Right.
whatever it may have been. As we said, you create the relationship that you have. So you create this relationship where maybe you both are eating unhealthy. Now all of a sudden your partner changes and it creates a little strife in the relationship. Now you start to feel jealous because that person starts to feel good about themselves, or they're exhibiting more confidence, or they just look better. And you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, they're starting to change. That's the
Yeah, their
thing.
body
They're
starts to change.
changing.
Exactly. And
Right.
so you're jealous because you're afraid that you're going to lose them. You're jealous because you're afraid that maybe someone else is going to get their attention, or they're going to get the attention of someone else. And so we don't know how to deal with these emotions. This is another issue in marriages and relationships that we don't know how to deal with. We don't know how to deal with jealousy. We understand jealousy when it's somebody we dislike, right? We can understand because we don't have to talk with them.
Yeah, that's true.
But when it's in our relationships, we have to be honest. And again, remember we said elevation takes honesty. We have to be honest with ourselves 1st, and then we have to be honest with our mate to be able to sit down and have a conversation and say, well, maybe I'm feeling a little jealous. I've never had these feelings before. I don't know how to
That'd
express
be
it.
nice if they'd be that honest.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
say
But
that they
most of the time, what we do is we start throwing blame.
sure.
We start finding
You go
reasons.
back to the gym. You're
Yep.
doing you spend too much time at the gym. You're creating a problem. So you'll make a problem where a problem isn't
Yep.
because you're jealous about the situation, whether the person is losing weight, gaining more confidence, spending more time there,
Right.
being more conscious of the thing that they're eating, and then don't let them start making actual physical changes. They coming down a few sizes, they really feeling good, and they
Right.
really into the whole health movement. Then you're against every aspect of it.
Yep.
You're really not that small. You basically the same size. You start saying all of these different things because in the inside you may want to make a
Right.
change like that, but you haven't decided to do that. So you point blame at everything that they do. You're spending too much time at the gym. I want to go here when you know that this is the person's gym time. Well, I made plans for us to do this. Now you can't go. You're picking the gym over me, and you start to create all these different problems just to say that your decision is affecting our marriage, and that's not the case, right? So, and that's how jealousy works. It doesn't just come out and just be all blaring. It's the little subtle things that you do to pick. Oh, you going there and not going with me. You spending too much time there. You're not spending enough time with me. So you make them say that they need to choose. You need to spend more time with me. So
Or
stop
you
going to the
start
gym.
you start creating arguments
Right.
against things because, so the person says, okay, well, why don't you come to the gym with me? And now the person who's feeling jealous doesn't want to come to the gym or doesn't want to do what they're doing because they're jealous of it and they don't know how to express it. So now, as Jason said, they're against everything. They don't want to eat healthy. Everything that you buy or do or say, there's going to be an argument about it. And now where there was no problems and no fault, now there's problems and there's fault. And sometimes it gets so bad that the jealousy evolves to something else if it's not handled up front.
Right.
If
Right.
it's not handled, and like we said, jealousy can be a good thing, right?
Right.
Sometimes if
It-
I'm
it can
jealous,
be competitive.
if I get a little jealous about something, sometimes okay, well maybe you need to pay a little bit more attention, or maybe you need to do a little something else, right?
Right.
Jealousy is a natural thing. First of all, it's a natural aspect of a human. We will get jealous over things that maybe we didn't think we would get jealous over. And so it's healthy in a relationship because sometimes it can bring you closer to your mate.
Yep.
It can help you discover things that maybe you didn't see before when you talk about it, right? And so once you start talking about what it is that makes you guys different, or what makes it different, then you realize that maybe this is a aspect of our relationship that can make us closer. Talking about it has now made us closer, made me more aware, makes me actually value your opinion more or your honesty in bringing it to me. So that could be a good thing in a relationship. Now, when
Yeah.
it gets out of hand, we have seen people actually where it escalates. It becomes such a nuisance because the person doesn't want to admit that it's jealousy. And so people have gotten divorces over something as small as
losing weight.
Yep. Right? And so
Getting a better job.
Yes.
Just changing.
Going to school.
Going to school. Yeah. All these different things create a rift in your relationship.
Yep.
And when that happens, you just
And a lot of big jealousy comes from the ex, right?
for sure.
If you
Yeah.
have an ex-wife or an ex-girlfriend that you may have children with, and then that person is a part of your relationship because they have to be, because there's children involved. We get jealous, and so we start to say things and do things that are detrimental to our relationship, not because our relationship is bad, but because you are experiencing jealousy and you don't know how to handle it. You don't know how to talk about it. You don't know what to do about it, because that's not something that we want to. We don't want to come out and say, you know what,
Well,
I'm
we don't even
jealous.
recognize
Exactly,
we're
but we don't
jealous
even
of
want to
it.
say it, right? Oh, I'm jealous. You're gonna be like, what?